I dropped my keys on the counter and kicked off my boots, Alina. I called out. I brought dinner. Chicken and rice from Tony's. She didn't answer. I turned the corner into the dining room and froze. The table was set, but not for dinner. There were no plates, just a manila envelope sitting dead center like a body waiting to be buried. She was sitting there, legs crossed, arms folded. Alina, she said, calm as ever. I sat, staring at the envelope. What is this? Divorce papers. My stomach dropped. You're joking. No, Caleb, I'm not. You're divorcing me. She tilted her head. I want the house, the car, and I'll need your signature by Friday. I laughed, thinking maybe this was a prank. Wait, what? Why? We haven't even what happened. I'm not happy anymore, that's it. After 5 years, not happy is enough to throw everything away. I tried, Caleb. Tried what? You stopped talking to me 3 months ago? She looked away. Alina, I said quietly, is there someone else? Her silence answered me. Who? My throat tightened. Just tell me. It doesn't matter. It matters to me. Shh. It's not your business anymore. Not my Alina, you're still my wife. Not for long. I stood up. My hands were shaking. So what now? I just lose everything because you got bored. I didn't get bored. Outgrew this. Life. No, you outgrew me. She didn't deny it. I stared at her. Her eyes were dry, her face blank. Like I was just some coworker she needed to dismiss politely. I worked 2 jobs for this house. This life. I gave up my dreams so you could chase yours. I didn't ask you to. You didn't have to. She pushed the pen across the table. You can fight it, but the court will still give me what I want. You really want to? Do this, yes? Just like that? Yes? Sat down again, trying to breathe. My world was cracking under me. Doesn't this mean anything to you? What we had, it did. Then why are you walking away? 'Cause I don't love you anymore, Caleb. I felt the words hit like a punch. I leaned back in the chair, blinking. Wow, I said. Okay, you're a good man, she said. It's just not the man I want. I opened the envelope. 10 pages. Clean. Final. Cold. You already had the lawyer draft this? Yes. How long? 6 months. I laughed again, but it came out hollow. 6 months. You've been planning this for 6 months. She didn't flinch. You wore your ring every day. You smiled in pictures. You said I love you every night. I was trying to keep the peace. I looked at her like she was a stranger. I don't even know who you are. That's not my fault. No. Then whose is it? She stood. Sign it, Caleb. It's better this way. For you, I don't want to fight. I just want to move on. I picked up the pen. My hand hovered over the signature line. I didn't feel anything anymore. Not anger, not sadness. Just empty. Fine, I signed. Page 1. Page 2. All the way to the end. When I finished, I handed her the papers without looking up. Thank you, she said. I stood up slowly. Are you even going to pretend this hurts you? No, she said. I already cried. Months ago. I nodded. Well, I hope you find what you're looking for. She grabbed her purse. Goodbye, Caleb. Yeah, I whispered. Goodbye. She walked out the front door without turning back. I stood there in the silent room, staring at the empty chair across from me. The envelope was gone. So was she. And just like that, everything I built was no longer mine. The rain tapped against the windshield, like it was trying to speak. I pulled my hoodie tighter and stared at the ceiling of my car. This was it. I knew home. I leaned my seat back, but it didn't help. Out. Every bone in my back ached. My phone buzzed. I didn't want to answer. Didn't want anyone to know it. Buzzed again. And again, I sighed and picked it up. Yeah, dude, Jacob said. Where are you? Nowhere. Don't mess with me. I drove by your place. It's dark. You haven't answered in 2 days. I'm fine. You sound like crap. Let out a weak laugh. Appreciate that. Where are you sleeping? Don't worry about it. There was silence on the other end. You're in your car, aren't you? He finally said. I didn't answer, damn it, Caleb. I just need time? I'm not ready to shut up. You're coming to my place? No. Yes. I've got a couch. You're not sleeping in that rust bucket. I'm good. You're a liar. Come crash at my place. Bite on you. I got for hour. I don't want to be a burden. You're not. I don't want pity. I'm not giving you pity. I'm giving you a beer and a blanket. I paused. My pride fought it. But the seat springs were killing my back. All right, I muttered. Good. I'll text you the gate code. You better be here in 20, yeah. I hung up and started the engine. The headlights cut through the rain like knives. Everything felt heavy, my arms, my chest, my life. When I pulled into Jacob's complex, he was already outside waiting, wearing a tank top and holding a six-pack. Took you long enough, he said, tossing me a beer. Thanks. Come inside before you turn into a raisin. This place smelled like dust and engine oil, but it was warm. The couch was old and lumpy, but it wasn't a car seat. Want to talk? He asked, sitting across from me. No. Cool. We drank in silence. After a while, he lit a cigarette and cracked the window. You want to punch something? He asked. Maybe later. You want to find that guy she's with and put him through a wall? I don't even know who he is. You want to know? I shook my head. Does it matter? He smirked. You're too calm. I'm not calm. I'm numb. Jacob took a drag. You know what I'd do? What? I'd take every extra shift I could, save every penny, and shove my success right in her smug face. That's the plan. Good, because you've got nothing to lose now. I looked down at my hand. The ring was still there. Stupid habit. You're still wearing it, he said. I forgot it was on. Throw it out. I'm not ready. He shrugged.
I'd keep it.
Let it remind you why you're never trusting anyone like that again. I didn't answer. You going back to the warehouse tomorrow? Yeah, picked up a double shift. Good. Keep moving. If you stop, it catches up. It's already caught up? Jacob leaned back. You want to crash early? Yeah. I'll grab you a pillow. He walked off, and I stared at the ceiling. No stars here. Just a stained popcorn texture and a flickering bulb. He came back and tossed me a blanket. Thanks. You're my brother, Caleb, no matter what happens. Got it, yeah. No, say it. I sighed. I got it. Good, now sleep. You look like you got hit by a dump truck. I laid down, the couch creaking under me. Jacob turned off the lights and disappeared into his room. In the dark, I turned the ring around my finger. What did I do wrong? I whispered. The silence had no answer. My phone buzzed right as I was clocking in. Jacob, you need to see this. I opened the message, expecting something dumb. But it was a screenshot. It was Alana smiling, leaning into Trevor's chest like she belonged there. His arm wrapped around her waist. They were at some rooftop bar, laughing like they hadn't just torn a hole through my chest. Trevor, my old college buddy. I stared at the screen. My thumb hovered over it. I wanted to drop the phone. No, I wanted to smash it. I walked into the break room. Jacob called right after you saw it. Yeah, you okay? No, I figured. I almost didn't send it. Why did you? Because you deserved to know how long. It's to know. But someone tagged them. A friend of mine follows Trevor. He was at our wedding. A guy. His first job. I know, man. I covered his rent for 2 months when he was broke. He's a snake, Caleb. Leaned against the wall, sliding down to the floor. I thought he was my friend. He's trash, did you know? No. But I always thought he looked at her too long. You remember that? I thought I was imagining it. Nope, you weren't. I pressed my palms into my eyes. She traded our marriage for that guy? Guess so. She said she wasn't happy. Jacob scoffed. Yeah, because Trevor's the picture of emotional stability. She chose him. No, she used you until he was ready. That's what snakes like him do. I'm such an idiot. You're not. You're loyal. They're the ones who should be ashamed. I want to punch something. Punch him. I'll help. I gave a bitter laugh. Yeah. You at work? Yeah. Just started. You need a minute. I need a century. Take 5. Walk it off. I can't even breathe. You want me to come over? No, just thanks for telling me. You sure? Yeah, right. But if you change your mind, say the word. I've got tequila and rage. Appreciate it. I hung up and just sat there, breathing like every inhale hurt. The door creaked. My manager poked his head in. You all right, Caleb? Yeah, just give me 5. Take 10. I nodded. He disappeared. I dragged myself to the bathroom. Locked the stall. That's when it happened. I broke. It wasn't loud. No sobbing, just tears. Hot, angry, helpless tears. I covered my mouth, leaned my head against the cold metal wall, and let it happen. This wasn't just losing a wife. This was betrayal layered on. Betrayal my wife, my friend, both of them smiling like I never existed. Hey, you okay? I looked up from the pallet jack. My hands were raw. My shirt stuck to my back with sweat. The man staring at me wasn't from the floor. Clean button-up slacks. Calm face. Mid-50s, didn't belong in a warehouse. I'm fine, I said. You've worked every shift this week, he said. Day and night. Yeah, I need the hours. I'm Mr. Riley. I just took over for management training. They told me about you. Is that bad? No, it's rare. I didn't answer, just kept moving boxes. He watched me for a second, then said, Do you ever think about doing something else? Like what? Real estate? I laughed. You, trying to sell me something? No, I'm offering something. Sounds like a scam, it's not. I flip houses. Teach a few people on the side. I don't charge, I just ask for loyalty and work ethic. Why me? Remind me of myself 20 years ago, angry, tired, but still pushing. I stared at him. Why would a guy like you help someone like me? Because someone did it for me. Because most people don't follow through. But you're here every damn day. I wiped my hands on my jeans. I don't know anything about houses. I'll teach you. I don't have money. You'll start with labor. Learn the ropes. I'll cover the cost. You get your cut after the flip. I don't even own a toolbox. You'll learn to swing a hammer. I squinted. What's the catch? You don't quit halfway? That's it. I looked down at my hands, blistered, bleeding in spots. I had nothing to lose. When do we start? He smiled. 6 a.m., don't be late. Lift with your legs, not your back, Riley said, pointing to a busted cabinet. Got it, I grunted, dragging it outside. That thing's not going to lift itself. I noticed he laughed. Good, you're learning. For weeks we tore through old houses. Paint, tile, junk. I worked like I was trying to erase myself. Why'd you start this? I asked one afternoon. Divorce, he said, hammering drywall. Wife left. Took everything. I blinked. Seriously? He nodded. I built it back. Brick by brick. Same as you're doing now? You think I'll make it? You've already made it further than most? 3 months in, we sold our first flip. Riley handed me an envelope. What's this? Your share. I opened it. My heart stopped. This is $5,000, yeah? Are you serious? You earned it? I almost dropped the envelope. This is the most money I've ever held. Get used to it. Know what to say? Don't say anything. Just show up next weekend. I did. Every time. No questions. Just work. A year passed like a blur. No vacations, no parties. Just grind. I saved every cent. Learned contracts. Watched him negotiate. "You ready to do one on your own?" he asked one day. "Am I? You tell me." I looked at the old house we were standing in. Cracked walls, leaky pipes. But I saw what he saw now value. "Yeah," I said. "I'm ready." He handed me the contact for a seller. "Don't mess it up." "I won't." I didn't. We flipped it in 2 months. I made 15 grand. I didn't post anything. Flex online. Didn't tell Alina. Let her think I vanished. Let her wonder, Jacob asked once. "You ever think about showing her what you've built?" "No," I said. "That's not why I'm doing this." "Then why?" "So I never feel." "That small again?" He nodded. "Respect." I stared out the window, watching rain hit the glass. "I'm not the man I used to be," I said quietly. "No," he said. "You're better." "You're joking," Jacob said, stepping out of the moving truck. "Nope." Toss him the keys. "That's the front gate." He stared up at the mansion. Big windows, stone walls, black iron balcony. The whole place glowed under the sun. "You bought this? Closed yesterday?" He let out a low whistle. "From sleeping in your car to this? Feels fake, doesn't it?" Man. "This place looks like a drug dealer's fantasy." I laughed. "Thanks, I think. I mean, it's huge, Caleb. What's the square footage?" 8,000. "What? The hell do you need 8,000 square feet for?" Silence. "Space. Peace." He nodded slowly. "Peace is expensive." "Yeah, but worth it." We walked up the steps. My boots clicked on marble. "You're really not going to throw a party? Or anything?" "Nope. No Alina to decorate it with fake flowers and overpriced art." I paused. "No Alina?" He glanced at me. "Still hurts? Not like before?" We set the boxes inside the front hall. Sunlight poured in through the ceiling window. Jacob looked around. "So what now?" "I don't know. Sleep. Think. Build something new." "You already built something new, man." "I built money. Haven't rebuilt me yet." He looked at me for a moment, then patted my shoulder. "You will." I stood in the driveway after he left, just staring up at the house. I didn't laugh. Because I was happy. I laughed because I survived. The wind was quiet. For the first time in 2 years, I could breathe. Then a voice came from across the fence. "You must be the new guy." I turned. A woman in her 40s leaned on a rake, smiling. "Politely, yeah," I said. "Just moved in. Nice place. Thank you. You buying it for your wife?" "No wife," I said. "Just me." She nodded. "Well, welcome to the hill. I'm Marla. Been here 10 years, Caleb." She tilted her head. "Funny. There was a girl here asking about a Caleb last week." My chest tightened. "Really?" "Yeah. Said she used to live down the road. Moved out a while back." I stayed still. "What did she look like?" "Pretty blonde. Sad eyes. Drove a beat-up sedan, Elena." Marla snapped her fingers. "That's it, Elena." She said my name. Twice I told her the old place sold. Then she just looked lost. Did she say why she was looking for me? No, but I asked around. Her life kind of fell apart, didn't it? I swallowed. Yeah. Guy she left with bailed on her. Think she sold the house not long after. She sold my house. Marla's eyes softened. "Well, I guess life works that way sometimes." "Yeah," I muttered. "Sometimes it... Does you want me to tell her anything, if she comes back?" I paused. "No, don't tell her anything." Marla nodded. "Your call." She started walking away, then glanced back. "You're not what I expected, Caleb." "What did you expect? A bitter man with too much money?" I smiled faintly. Now I'm just breathing." She nodded. "Well, breathe easy, neighbor." I stood there a while after she left, hands in my pockets, eyes on the horizon. She was looking for me. Too late. Way too late. I spotted her before the cameras even alerted me. Standing at the front gate, arms wrapped tight around herself, like the cold could bite through skin. "Alina," I muttered under my breath. She looked up when the gate intercom buzzed. "Caleb?" Her voice cracked. "It's me." "I see. Can we talk?" I didn't answer. I just stared at her through the camera. She looked smaller somehow. Her coat was thin. Her makeup was smudged. Her eyes red swollen. "I know I shouldn't have come," she whispered, "but I didn't know where else to go." "You have a car? A phone?" "Options, I don't," she said quickly. "Not anymore." "Trevor leave you?" She flinched. "He did, I'm shocked. Please don't mock me." Leaned on the door frame, arms crossed. "I made a mistake, Caleb. A big one. I see that now. Do you? I thought I was chasing happiness. I wasn't. I was running away from it. I stayed silent. I miss you. I miss us. I was stupid. So stupid. Why are you really here? To see you. No. Why now? Because everything fell apart. When it did, the only person I could think of was you." I exhaled. "Of course." "Please," she said, voice shaking. "Just open the gate." "No." She stepped closer. "I don't want anything from you. You wanted everything once. You got it." Her voice cracked, and I lost it. I watched her chest rise and fall. She looked like a ghost of who she used to be. "I cried every night after you left," I said quietly. She blinked fast. "I know." "No, you don't. You were too busy playing house with Trevor. I thought I loved him." "You didn't know," she whispered. "I didn't. I used to check my phone every morning, thinking maybe you'd say sorry. Just once. I wanted to. You never did." I was ashamed. I stared. "At the screen? You didn't look ashamed in those vacation photos. I was pretending like you pretended in our marriage." She flinched again. "I remember asking you if something was wrong. You said, 'I'm just tired.'" Turns. "Out. You were tired of me. I didn't know how to fix it, so you threw it away. Thought starting over would help." "With him?" She wiped her face. "I don't expect forgiveness. I just needed you to know. I regret it. Every minute." I pressed the intercom button again. "You regret losing the life I built. No, you regret not sticking around for the payoff." "That's not true." I tilted my head. "Then what is true, Elena? Had I missed the man who loved me without limits? That man died in a car 3 years ago, crying into his steering wheel." "I'm sorry," she choked out. I looked away. My heart pounded, but it didn't hurt like it used to. "Please let me in, just for 5 minutes." "No." Broke down completely, sobbing into her hands. "I don't hate you," I said, "but I'm done letting you hurt me." She clutched the gate. "What do I do now? I don't know." "That's not my problem anymore." Her voice cracked. "Won't even talk to me face to face?" "I am talking. This is all I've got left for you. I loved you, Caleb. I just didn't know how to show it." "No, you loved comfort. You loved control." She stared into the camera. "Still love you." I stepped back. "Then you can love me from the other side of the gate." Her knees buckled, but she stayed standing. I turned toward the hallway. "Please." She whispered one last time. I walked away. "Another one?" Jacob asked, holding a cream-colored envelope. "Yeah," I muttered. "That's the 3rd this week. You gonna read it?" "Nope." I struck a match and dropped it into the fire pit. The letter curled and blackened without a fight. "Damn, man, cold." "It's not cold. It's survival." He leaned on the railing. "She's clearly trying to reach out. So, she says Trevor cheated on her, hit her, left her broke. She also said she wasn't happy. Remember that?" Rubbed his beard. "You were different back then." "I'm still me," I said, just without the blindfold. He sighed. "You loved her?" "I did. You still do?" I hesitated. "No, I miss the idea of her, not the real version. She's sorry now." After everything, Jacob looked at the fire. "You really think she's faking?" "I think she regrets losing her safety net." "That's not the same as loving someone." He stayed quiet. "She made her bed. Now she wants me to tuck her back in. What if she's telling the truth?" I stared at the flames. "No, what? Truth that Trevor used her? That she's miserable now? Yeah, so what? She made her choice. She made a mistake. We all did. Mine was trusting her." Jacob sat down. "You ever think about writing back?" "No. Not even to say you forgive." Her? I don't. She's human, man. So am I. Tossed a pebble at the fence. I'm just saying, you used to be softer. Soft got me left with nothing but a car seat pillow and a bag of clothes. Ksh, Jacob raced. His hands, all right. I get it. I looked at the fireplace. Another letter was tucked in my jacket. You know what she wrote this time? Sure, she said. I miss waking up next to you. I miss your coffee. I miss how safe I felt. Jacob whistled. Heavy. She didn't miss me when she took the house, or Trevor, or freedom. Maybe she needed to lose it. All to see what mattered. Too late. You think people can't change? I think people change when they're desperate, not when they're honest. He didn't argue. She's good with words, I said. Always was. You think she means it? I think regret looks good on her when she wants something. Jacob chuckled sadly. Damn. I took the last letter from my pocket. You gonna read it? I opened it slowly. Skimmed. She says I'm not asking for anything. It's just a conversation. You believe that? No. I fed it to the fire. You ever gonna stop burning them? Maybe when I stop remembering the look on her face when she said she was done. With me, Jacob stood up. You're colder than I thought. No, I'm clear now. He nodded. Fair enough. Then, softer, proud of you, man. I didn't answer. Just watched the last piece of her handwriting turn to ash. You sure about this? Jacob asked, pulling up to the cafe. No, I said. But I'm doing it anyway, he grunted. Call me if you need an excuse to bail. I stepped out without answering. The cafe had in tea changed. Same chipped brick. Same tiny bell above the door. But everything else felt heavier. She was already there. Corner table, hair pulled back, face pale, eyes hollow. I walked over Caleb, she said, standing halfway before sitting again. You came. I nodded. Yeah. Can I get you something? She asked. Coffee? I'm good. She looked down at her cup. I wasn't sure you'd say yes. I wasn't sure either. Silence stretched. I waited. I know I'm probably the last person you want to see, she said. You're not wrong. I needed to say some things. Say them. She took a breath. I'm sorry. I know that doesn't fix anything, but I am. I didn't come here for an apology. I know. Caleb, I was stupid. Blind. Trevor wasn't who I thought he was. He lied. Used me. You chose him. I know. You picked him over me. You walked out with my future in your hands like it was garbage. I was wrong. Sat back. Why now? I thought I had everything. Then it all crumbled, and suddenly, I could see clearly. You didn't miss me. You missed the version of your life that was safe. She winced. That's not fair. It's exactly fair. I miss you. You miss who I was when I loved you. I still love you. No, Alina? You love the memory of being loved? She reached across the table, but I didn't move. I think about us all the time, she whispered. I don't. She pulled her hand back slowly. Do you hate me? No. Then what? I feel nothing. She blinked, swallowed hard. How? I looked her straight in the eyes. Because you didn't break my heart, you emptied it. Her lip trembled. Caleb cried every night for months. I slept in my car, ate out of vending machines. And you. You were off starting a new life, like I never mattered. I was confused. No, you were selfish. I was scared. So was I, but I stayed. You ran. Tears slid down her cheeks. I regret it. Every single day, I stood up.
That's
Your burden, not mine. Please, just talk to me. Let me in. Just a little. There's nothing left to open. I don't care about the mansion or the money. I want you. You want comfort? I'm not that anymore, she cried harder now. People were starting to glance over. I thought we were forever, she whispered. So did I until you threw. Forever in the trash. I made a mistake. No, you made a choice. Over and over. She pressed her hands to her face, shoulders shaking. I watched her for a moment. Not cold, just done. I forgave you a long time ago, I said quietly. But forgiveness doesn't mean reunion. She looked up. Then what does it mean? It means I don't carry you anymore? She broke completely then, sobbing, curling into herself like the pain was too loud. I turned to leave. "Caleb," she choked out. "Please." I walked toward the door. "You were the best thing that ever happened to me," she cried. I opened it without looking back. The bell rang behind me. The sky outside was blue, clean, wide open. I made it, Dad. Stood by the grave, hands in my pockets, the wind stirring the leaves around my boots. "You always said hard work would pay off. Took a while, but you were right." I knelt down beside the headstone and brushed away the dirt clinging to his name. I thought about quitting. It's more than once. Sleeping in that car, eating instant noodles, feeling like nothing. I almost gave up. Silence. Just birds and breeze. But something kept me going. Maybe it was your voice in the back of my head. Maybe it was spite. I laughed softly, probably both. I stared at the engraved letters, his name, his dates. No fancy quote, just who he was. She left Dad, took everything, said she wasn't happy. I guess I wasn't enough. My throat tightened. But I'm not bitter. Not anymore. I'm just tired. Tired of holding on to what hurt me. Stood again. I don't need revenge. I don't need her to hurt. Just needed to remember who I am. I stepped back. I'm doing okay now. Better than okay. I just wanted you to know. The wind picked up again as I turned away. Back in the car, I stared at my reflection in the mirror. Not the same guy who cried in warehouse bathrooms. "Look at you," I muttered. Still standing, I drove in silence. No music. I touched the hum of the tires on the road and the rhythm of my breath. The mansion came into view, high on the hill, windows catching the fading sun. I pulled into the driveway and killed the engine. Stepping out, I looked up at it. All of it. The space, the quiet. "I don't need anyone to fill it," I said. "Not anymore." Inside, I dropped my keys on the counter and grabbed a glass of water. No echoes of arguments, no cold silence from across the table, just stillness. I walked to the mirror in the hallway and looked at myself. "You're not broken," I said quietly. "You're free. No ring on my finger, no weight on my chest." "Peace isn't loud," I whispered. "It's this." I smiled. Not big, not showy, just enough. Then I walked out to the balcony and let the wind hit my face. The city below sparkled like it was alive. "I'm still here, Dad," I said softly, "and I'm finally okay." And for the first time in years, I actually meant it. "Caleb." I heard her voice before I saw her, soft, shaky, almost like a ghost. I looked toward the gate. There she was again. Same coat, same eyes, different face. She looked older, like the weight finally caught up to her. "Please," she said, gripping. "The bars. I just need a minute." Oh. I stayed still. One foot on the stone path, the other halfway to the door. "It's just a minute, I promise." My hands stayed at my sides. "Lena," I said finally, my voice calm. "Why are you here?" She swallowed, because I don't know where else to. "Go. That's not my problem anymore." I know that. But Caleb, I don't want money. I don't want anything. I just want to talk. We already did. That cafe? That wasn't enough. You didn't let me explain. You did. Just didn't buy it. She pressed her forehead to the gate. "He left me, Trevor. He used me. Took everything and ran. Nodded once. Sounds familiar. A breath. Hitched. I deserve that. You deserve silence." She looked up at me. "Do you really hate me that much?" I took a step closer to the gate, but not too close. "No, I don't hate you. It's the thing. Hate would mean I still cared." Her lip trembled. "I ruined everything." "You did. I was stupid. You were cruel." She flinched. I was scared, I thought. I thought Trevor was everything I wanted. I thought, you were everything I needed. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I know. Do you ever think about us? Every time I unlock this gate and remember who built this house, do you miss me?" "No, not even a little." I shook my head. "I miss who I thought you were. That person didn't exist." She wiped her cheeks. "I didn't mean to break you. You didn't, you just woke me up. She leaned harder on the gate. I was wrong about everything you were, and I paid for it. I thought money and charm meant security. I thought you'd never make it without me. Turns out I never needed you to begin with. That hurts. So did sleeping in my car. So did watching you walk away like I never mattered. I regret it. I'm sure you do. But regret doesn't rebuild trust. I lost everything, I know. I heard. You just don't care. I care enough to say this, go heal somewhere else. She looked at the ground. You really won't let me in? I let you in once. You made sure I wouldn't do it again. She stepped back. You've changed. Had to. You've left me no choice. Yes. I still love you, she said, barely above a whisper. Hey, don't. Her shoulders sank. Elena. She looked up. This gate, this house, my life. It's mine now. Built from the ashes of what you burned. Tears ran down her face. I'm not punishing you, I said. I'm protecting me. She nodded slowly. I understand. I stepped away. Goodbye, Elena. The wind moved through the trees. She didn't say another word. I walked to the door. Behind me, the gate stayed closed, and I never looked back. Ask ChatGPT.